Welcome back everybody, Canadian Silver Saver here, and I've got a quick video for you today showing you some pieces that I've added to my stack. Had a lot going on this summer and just really haven't been able to add to the stack like I normally would, and as you can see with the amount of videos I have not been putting out. And then the ones with the deeper content and all that, I just haven't had the time because I want to make sure I do the research and also do the proper editing so it's entertaining for everybody, right? So I've been focusing on doing videos for Dean over at Tomoko's Enterprise there, and really trying to make sure that I get some quality content for him done. And I'll be updating more videos soon as I get lots of new products about to be coming in and items for my own stack as well. So let's get to it here. Added just a couple of quick things to my stack over the last week here. And the first piece here, I'm going to show you these cool little 1/2 ounce snake bars. And I have 3 of them. And all of these items I ended up picking up through a raffle site. This was just sheer chance. I had sold a few pieces and decided the profits I'd spent on that, or I got on that, I wanted to put into a couple raffles, and I happened to win one. And so I'm still up based on the amount that I got out of it. These ones are cool. Every year they have the different animals on them. I've never had any of the 1/2 ounce ones. I've only ever had the 1 ounce. The monkey, I had lots of those actually. I just sold a couple monkeys recently. But they're cool, and I got 3 in that raffle, which was kind of nice. I have the 3 snakes there, and so 1.5 ounces with that. And again, something like this, if I was to go in and pick these up in the store, I don't tend to buy the fractionals, and I'll call anything that's less than 1/2 ounce a fractional. Generally, I call it that anyways, but they're still pretty good. You're still going to get your spot price for these. I just find the smaller you get and the premiums you pay, it becomes harder to get the premiums back. But on the flip side of it, if you buy the big bars and everything and you take that in, you generally won't get spot for them. So I like to stick around the 1 ouncers. And then if you get some variety like this, where you get some snakes and some monkeys and things like that, just makes it fun, right? And I want to have some fun while I'm adding to my stack as well. And then the second, well, I guess 4th piece, but the second item here that I got was this colored 1/2 ounce dragon. So this is really sweet. I had one of these before. I ended up raffling it off myself. This is not the same one. At least I don't think so. But very cool. I love the design on this one. I was actually a little sad that after I did it, I had a little bit of seller's remorse. Well, now it's back, or one like it, and it's in really, really great condition. You need the Perth stuff. You'll see the detail there, like in the hair, that and the crown. You just don't get that in a lot of them, but 3.9's fine. I believe actually these now, if you're testing them, I believe they're coming up 4.9s, but we're just shy of it. It's still a cool piece. The little sun there, gives a little reflection to it, and yeah, very cool piece. And again, fun stuff to add to the stack. And why would I do this? Why would I spend my hard-earned money on a raffle that isn't a guarantee? And you will have a lot of people talk like that about things, and that's for sure. If it's not your thing, no problem at all. But when I made a couple of sales, I had made a decision. I could take that extra cash and I guess just put it aside, but maybe buy more silver. But I wanted to have a little bit of fun with the profits that I had made off of the sales, and I decided to put it into a couple of raffles just to see what would happen, and it came out on top this time. I also bid on some gold and that. I did not win, so I think when it all comes said and done, probably I'd break even unless I sold this, then I'd be up, so that makes me happy. But, that's not always the way to do it, and not always how I play it. I've been playing raffles a little bit more frequently, just because I get into the cheaper ones and see how it goes. Always bid on the same numbers. But if I don't have the cash to do it, I just don't do it. It's just something that I keep away from. And I haven't been adding as much silver to my stack because, maybe a little bit of education on this video here. I really encourage people that if you're spending your money that you need to be buying food or rent or things like that with and buying silver, that's not the time to be doing it, because basically you're just going to be taking that silver in and cashing it in or selling it on the private market, and that's not really what we want to be doing. Now, I have had some circumstances and some surprise expenses come up recently, and life has been very different for me, and I'm a little reluctant to share on YouTube what's been going on. Some of my friends out there know it's quite different for me now, and when you're buying, when I'm buying my silver and that, I'm very cautious of where I'm spending my money. Well, I did have some recent expenses come up where no matter what I had done, I would have basically made myself cash poor, and just not being able to, buy groceries or pay a bill if I went into the bank account that way. So I went into my silver stack, and that's what I use this for. I have different silver for different reasons, my collectibles and things like that. But if I need to move some silver quickly because of a surprise expense, whether it's something with the animal, some family member, got to look after a friend, or paying a bill that came up out of nowhere, whatever it may be, you forget about you got to get your taxes back, you got to pay them. Happened to a friend of mine. So that's what a big chunk of my stack is for, and that's a lot of the generic silver you see me share. The trade dollars and the rounds that I pick up along the way, and they're fun to add to the stack, but they're a good, interesting way to sell and put cash back into my pocket when I need to, and that's even pieces like this would do that as well. So because I had that hedge against inflation, I was able to actually keep get a great return on what I had instead of just sitting in the bank account. I didn't have to go to my bank. I didn't have to transfer cash or anything that way, so that can be convenient or not convenient depending on who you are. But very, very quickly, within within 24 hours, basically, I had all the money I needed, sold on the private market, reached out, got a couple connections, and I was able to get all the money I needed and pay off those bills. So very, very happy with things. Still have lots in my stack, whether it's gold and silver, and now I'll just rebuild again, right? So I did some recent life transitions where I was in between different employment, and that's part of what causes that when you're waiting for that paycheck to come in. But I don't spend money on this if I'm worried if I'm going to be able to pay my bills. And then if I need to, I go into the more generic stuff in that when I need to cash it in and maybe catch up on some things and or cover a surprise expense like this recent situation. So we'll be building back into the stack. I didn't have to sell a whole bunch, I think it was like 30 ounces or just a little bit more than 30 ounces, which really is nothing in the grand scheme of things at all. Still have tons left, and it was kind of fun to do it, to be honest. A little sad to see some of it go, but it was that really nice kind of feeling to take that stack that you've been putting aside, reach out to a few people, or if I had to, go to the LCS, and I had that cash in my pocket, and now everything is good. I can sleep at night. I don't have to stress out because I've been collecting fun stuff like this that ends up being hard-earned money later on that I can use if I really, really need it. And if not, it's sitting all safe and away, and government's not taking it away from me from my bank account because they want to, or power outage, things like that. So I have to admit, when I have to go into it like this, there's a little bit of that feeling of, I wish I didn't have to. But it's also that really good comforting feeling that I have it there for me if I need it, and I don't have to worry about paying my bills for months and months and months if I really had to, and that's a really nice feeling to have, and that's a lot of hard work, steady stacking, smart stacking, and again, only buying when I have the cash to do so. All right, everybody, thanks for hanging out. Came a little bit drawn out there as I explained kind of the why behind it, but I hope that you maybe learned something from that there or see where I'm coming from. If you have any things you want to add to that, put it down in the comments below. What are your feelings on your stack? Do you dive into your stack sometimes when you need to? Or is this something that is just a long-term gain and you don't touch it at all because, you bought in when it was $25 an ounce and maybe if you sell now you're losing, right? So let's talk about that in the comments below, get some dialogue going, and maybe I can do a follow-up video. Give me a fun little follow-up video to be able to do. So thanks for hanging out, everybody. Please hit that thumbs up button while we're here. If you did like the video and you're enjoying the channel so far, please hit that subscribe button as well. Give it a click. Hit that notification bell so you get all the updates on my videos. And I will be back with some more silver and gold to show you all soon. Take care.